guys, Ron here, and once again I invited 9 other Poketubers and together we created our own Pokemon. Each individual YouTuber gave me an attribute for the Pokemon like its type, stats, environment, color scheme, etc. without knowing the other attributes that were chosen. So for example, one Poketuber could choose the type combination of grass water, while another YouTuber could choose the environment of a volcano, which at first glance are not compatible. But it was my job to take all these random attributes to make them work in a new Pokemon that I created. I've done this 4 times before, so check out the first 4 episodes of this series if you haven't, because this one was surprisingly cohesive with some of the most clever implementations of attributes yet. Now remember, in this video you'll see the various traits that each YouTuber picked, and then their genuine reaction to the 2 Pokemon I made using their set of 2 attributes. If you're new here, I make tons of videos where I create my own Fakemon, and a lot of times with fun challenges and twists, so make sure to subscribe and check them out. Now let's begin with the first Fakemon we made. In order to understand how we made this Fakemon, here is a quick rundown of all 9 attributes my friends provided. They are type, color, stats, personality, power, height, body, ability, and environment. This is basically the order in which all the Poketubers responded. After I told each Poketuber which attribute they were in charge of, Dobbs answered first with the type.
Alright, I told Ron to do a water dragon type because that's like the coolest type combo in the game, and that's basically why.
Water dragon is a very seamless type. I mean, most Asian dragons are water elementals regardless, so it'll be easy finding inspiration. Hopefully Liam atones for his sins in episode 3.
So after last time, I'm surprised you had me back, but this time I selected the color scheme for the Pokemon, and I feel like there's not really any way I can mess up on the color scheme, because, you know, you can work all different colors into everything, right? So I went with orange, teal, blood red, and lime green, and hopefully you've been able to do something with that works.
Teal will be carrying the other colors, but orange is very complementary and blood red is pretty hardcore. Lime will be tough to incorporate though. Hopefully False Swipe Gaming gave us stats for a fully evolved Pokemon.
I actually discussed this with my writer, BKC. There hasn't really been a really fast, bulky Pokemon. Its offenses are terrible, but it has decent enough defense and special defense with a huge HP. If it had like every utility move, for example, that would just be insanely annoying to deal with because you would never be able to get rid of it, and it would always go first.
Wow, I can't really think of any Pokemon with such a stat distribution. Normally super fast Pokemon don't have such high HP. With below average offensive capabilities, I guess something lean and slender could work, but Zach may steer the design in a completely different direction.
The attribute I was in charge of picking was the Pokemon's personality, and I went with a brooding, almost Batman-like superhero kind of personality. And the reason is because when Ron asked me to pick a personality for this Pokemon, it was around the time where Palafin made his anime debut, and Palafin is my favorite Gen 9 Pokemon, so I thought it would be really cool to basically have another superhero-like Pokemon that is basically the Batman to Palafin Superman.
Okay, so a Batman counterpart to Palafin. A cool mask and cape would be fun and can highlight the speed, and even showcase this Pokemon's heroic determination and will with that immense HP. Now, what kind of power will this hero have, Philly?
The attribute that I chose for the first Pokemon is that when it gets hit, it splits, essentially creating another clone of it with half HP.
Now normally that would be an ability, but since we have another Poketuber in charge of that, I'm gonna make this a move. Is this Pokemon made of water or something? I mean, we don't know the body shape or height, so how about Danny gives us a clear size?
I'm in a hotel room in Nagoya. By the way, Courtney's here too, Glitch is here too.
Hi, Ron!
I chose the height of 11 inches for this one because, I don't know, I think little Pokemon are so cute, so I wanted just like a cute little guy. You know, just like a little guy.
Okay, that is incredibly unconventional for a fully evolved Pokemon. Usually only mythicals are that small and powerful, but its stats aren't mythical. Perhaps it compensates for its size by making multiple copies and clones. But we won't know how to tie it all together until Arlie gives us the body shape.
So I chose the body shape round and small, mainly because I just love Pokemon that are little guys.
Round and small little guy. Damn. She's lucky Danny did in fact make this Pokemon small, but I'm unlucky because how do I make this Pokemon round? It would be boring if this fully evolved Pokemon was just a ball. So how about I simply make a prominent part of its body round? Maybe it's always pregnant. There's a perfect animal for this exact type combo and size that also solves our round conundrum. the seahorse. They're always depicted as dragons in Japanese media. I mean, both the seahorse Pokemon that we have are dragon type. How do we make one round? Well, female seahorses deposit their eggs into the pouch of a male seahorse, and they carry the eggs until the babies are fully developed, giving them an incredibly pregnant look. But here is where it all comes together. A male seahorse's pouch is called a brood pouch. Brooding is the act of incubating eggs. So when Zach gave us the personality of a brooding hero, he actually gave us a perfect double entendre. Perfect wordplay. It'll be brooding in both personality and action. But it gets even better. Now we have a reason for this Pokemon to produce clones. When it gets hit, the babies come out of the pouch and fight alongside their parent, because they're so naturally heroic. This is the most genius combo of attributes in the series. As long as Alex's ability doesn't throw us off, we're good to go.
Did I pick Magic Bounce? I did pick Magic Bounce. Okay, I remember correctly.
That's fine. I mean, the magic can bounce off of its inflated belly. If munching orange gives us an appropriate environment that at least contains some kind of water, I'll be very happy.
Last time I was on the show, I tried to give attributes that would kind of make it more difficult for Ron, but this time I decided to just go with things that I like. And so for the environment, I chose Tropical Island because I was born in Puerto Rico, which is a tropical island. And watching the previous episodes, I noticed that had never been picked. So I want to see a tropical island Pokemon. We're going back to Alola.
I love Alola, and water is necessary for the existence of an island, so we're in the clear. And honestly, the color scheme is pretty tropical. Let's do it. Throughout the whole design process, I'm trying my best to differentiate it from Kingdra and Dragalge, but that'll result in arbitrary shapes just for the sake of difference until I finally decide on a direction. It gets the pouch full of bibbies with a brooding face, serious and introspective. The top half of its head will have a pattern akin to a mask, and these coral-like spikes will look like the tassels of a makeshift mask. It'll have a cape inspired by red seaweed, and these diamond patterns to allude to the emblem of a superhero's chest, but also the holes in the pouch from which the babies come out of. But right now, the spikes on the face seem unnecessary and too close to what Kingdra's got going on. But I finally had the idea that'll help it look different. A crest on its head inspired by Superman's curly strand of hair that also matches the tail. It ties it all together. I'm finishing off the patterns, and once it's fully colored, you'll see the various nods to superhero costumes. But first, let's make the younger versions of this Pokemon. It's not a Prevo, so it'll have the same structure, but with the proportions of a baby and less details. Like the lack of a mask or a cape, as if these are the psychics which become full-fledged heroes when they're older. The colors are as Liam suggested, but whenever a Poketuber gives me a general color like orange, I get to pick whichever shade of orange I want, so that it's more cohesive with the rest of the colors. The blood red does fit nicely though. But before showing off the final design, how about we see the reactions of all the other Poketubers as they check out the attributes for the first time.
Okay, Dobbs has gone with, oh, Water Dragon. Yes, yes. I love Kingdra. I love Walking Wake. I love Palkia.
Water Dragon is a very, very good competitive typing. Not a lot of weaknesses there.
Nice counterpart to Palafin, all right? Keeping up with that idea that I had, maybe? I don't know.
Teal, orange, lime, blood red.
Blood red, not red. Blood red.
Yo, why'd you specify blood red?
Teal works really well with water typing.
Those are actually pretty tropical colors.
That's a big HP up for the split. Oh, that's looking good.
Bulky baby. Okay.
Oh god, but his speed is really, like, he's fast. Oh my god, 150.
It's a fast little gamer.
Not really a combination you see too often.
It's kind of like an oxymoron, like, how are you gonna be very fat and fast?
No offenses.
I guess it could build itself up with a Swords Dance or 10.
Personality is a brooding hero. Ooh, I'm thinking like Jon Snow, just stoically staring into the distance.
So it's like Batman?
Philly beats you with the power.
Splits in two when hit, creating a clone with half HP.
Oh my gosh. How fun.
This thing is getting banned immediately.
Maybe this could be like a worm, because like when you cut a worm in half, like it can grow back the rest of his body, I'm pretty sure, right? Or a lizard or something.
What if when you hit it again, it multiplies again, and then it just creates like an endless sea?
You're never getting rid of this thing.
11 inches? No, bro. No. Oh, how is he supposed to compete with Palafin when he's tiny?
Danny, what are you doing? You just threw everything off. What is a tiny little brown thing?
Ah, I've seen bigger.
I don't know how this little foot goblin can like tank hits so well, but I see why it's fast though.
He's just like, man, no one takes me seriously. I don't want to be the hero. Oh, that's amazing. I really like that. I like how I'm making him more of a reluctant hero rather than brooding.
A round, small, tiny. Wow, I can already see this.
I don't even know if it'll have limbs.
At this point, I almost just imagine a fruit, like an orange even, because it's round. It's 11 inches is kind of big for an orange.
How did this go from, ooh, big, tough, uber, water dragon, brooding hero, ooh, to... He splits in half when he's it. He's teeny tiny and he's riggedy round. That's amazing. Okay, I like that a lot.
A devious little small creature that magic bounces and can split when it's hit.
What does magic bounce do?
Well, since he's round, he can like bounce stuff off his body. I don't know.
Reflects the effect of stat altering moves. Oh, interesting.
And for a Pokemon that's whole like thing is probably using status moves, bouncing opponent status moves back at them is actually meant.
It's in a tropical island environment.
As someone who is from a tropical island that I miss very much, that is a amazing environment.
I really can't wait to see what you've done because this is going to be stupid.
These could work really well together.
Having watched a few of these videos now, I don't know why I imagine a Pokemon with multiple forms.
Could it be like a crab?
My money's on Starfish, baby.
Oh wait, but it has to be a water dragon type. I didn't even think about that. Oh gosh.
Behold, Repliclan, the brooding hero Pokemon, from Replicate and Clan. Repliclan fearlessly protect the many offspring that reside within their brood pouch. Young Repliclan are naturally heroic and will swiftly withdraw from their parents' pouch in order to fight alongside them. They compensate for their size with numbers. Baby Repliclan practice their aim by shooting down coconuts. They have a signature move called Brood. It boosts defense for one turn as Repliclan incubates the eggs in its pouch. If Repliclan gets hit during this turn, a baby Repliclan will eject and fight alongside their parent with the amount of HP lost during that turn. There is a 2-baby limit.
Let's have a gander. Wait a minute, let me look at this bigger. Oh, okay. Sit back, Seadra.
Oh my god! Oh my god! What the heck? Oh, dude!
Yo, that looks sick.
Okay, whoa. Okay, cool.
Whoa! Huh?
Okay, this is really sick. What?
Oh my god! This looks like a Pokemon. This is crazy.
It doesn't have limbs. I was right.
Yo!
It was actually like not at all what I thought it was gonna look like.
I love the blood, like the red on it.
I read that as Republican.
I just noticed his tail is like blood red. So I wonder what it's been doing with that.
And I just noticed how like the cape it almost has kind of looks like seaweed, which I think seahorses usually live around seaweed, so it can camouflage and stuff.
Oh, he's so cool. He has a cape, bro. And look at the shiny.
I like his shiny variant too. Like it looks even more dark and menacing. It's like actually a dark knight.
The shiny looks sick. You love to see it.
And I like the hairdo as well. The nice little swoop.
I did my hairdo for this video, so we're kind of twinning over here.
Oh, look at him. He's awesome. He's ready to fight crime, even though he's so small.
He's smaller than Ron's teeny tiny shorts.
Is it weird that both times I've been on, we have a Pokemon that has like babies?
Is that like how it splits itself?
Oh, I didn't even think about the whole male seahorses are the ones who like have the babies. So is this Pokemon like always male?
You went a little cheeky with it, didn't you? You chose the other definition of brooding.
You smart cookie. I didn't even think of brooding in the maternal sense.
The roundness is like so cute and baby, but this is not a cute and baby Pokemon. This Pokemon would destroy me.
Y'all better pack Freeze Dry to one-shot this thing. That's the only way you're going to get rid of this thing. If you even get to go first.
Yeah, I definitely see this having like very fast but no offenses.
This thing can just do whatever it wants. The only thing it can't do is like actually do damage.
So the Pokedex says Repliclan fearlessly protect the many offspring that reside within their brood pouch.
So he's fat for a reason. He's round for a reason. He's round because he's holding in the babies.
Young Repliclan are naturally heroic and will swiftly withdraw from their parents' pouch in order to fight alongside them.
They compensate for their size with numbers. Oh, dude, this is so good.
Baby Replicate practice their aim by shooting down coconuts.
Signature move, Brood.
Repliclan boosts defense for one turn as it incubates the eggs in its pouch.
If Repliclan gets hit during this turn, A baby Replicant will eject and fight alongside their parent with the amount of HP lost during that turn. Dude, that is sick! What? That's so much better than just splitting.
So okay, so Philly's ideas turned out amazing, by the way.
So I guess it's not necessarily splitting.
Does that mean it becomes like a 2-on-1 battle or even 3-on-1 if 2 babies are out?
Oh, also like the 2 baby limit can make it into a triple battle. So it could be like a 1-on-1 and then boom, boom, 2 brews side by side, 3 versus 1, you're done.
I find it so funny how like I came up with like the brooding personality, but you also used brood for the pouch for how they're able to store their young and their eggs. Man, this was so cool, bro. This is so cool.
I love that the roundness is just because it is with child. I think that is so fun.
I am very happy with my contribution to this.
And I love the fact again that it's a water type, so it really is almost like a counterpart or rival to Palafin, which is exactly what I was hoping for. This is so cool. So great job, Ron. Great job.
It was a very complicated way of getting here, but it's a genuinely entertaining Pokemon that we created. I would have never combined these exact attributes if it wasn't a joint effort, so this is exactly what these videos are about. Now let's move on to Fakemon number 2. Let's once again start with Dobbs. This time he's giving us the personality.
I gave it a skittish personality, but also it gets angry if you dance around it. It kind of reminds me of like the bear from SpongeBob where you like draw a circle around yourself, like saves you from the sea bear.
While skittish is pretty normal for a hopefully small Pokemon, the last part is odd. I'll have to try to find a way for it to make sense, just like the stats that Liam will give me.
So my basic thinking with the stats was to have this Pokemon be a very fast, quite adept special attacker. I wanted it to not be overly bulky, so, you know, I've used a little bit of my own bias, and I think I've effectively given this Pokemon Poliwrath's bulk.
These stats could have worked for the previous Pokemon since its design works for a pseudo-legendary, but I'll probably make our second Mon a mythical. Something like Celebi or Mew makes sense. It's elusive. What environment did Kellen give us?
I mean, I live in California, so like the desert's just always on my mind. I just thought it'd be cool if there was a Pokemon where like, you know, like when someone is like really thirsty and they're just trekking out in the desert, and instead of seeing an oasis, you would see this Pokemon. So it kind of, in a way, it kind of only exists in your imagination.
That kind of environment makes total sense for a mythical. Perhaps it will look like something that weary travelers would love to see in the middle of a desert, like food or water. But we won't know until Zach tells us his attributes.
The attribute I was in charge of was the Pokemon's type combination, and I decided to go with Bug and Normal, because 1, Bug and Normal is an unused type combination that we haven't gotten in the games officially yet, as well as it being 2 types that haven't been used in this very series. So I'm very curious to see how Ron is able to pull this off, and hopefully it doesn't conflict too much with any of the other attributes that everybody else gave.
Normal is funny for a mythical, but I don't know how we'll make it look like food. Hopefully the height that Philly gives us is small enough for both a Pixie mythical and food.
The attribute that I chose for the second Pokemon was making it the height of 5'2". The reason I did this because I didn't want the Pokemon to look too small and I didn't want it to look too big, so I think 5'2" is just that nice short king height.
That's not bad if we eventually get a snake-like body, something with a long tail so most of the size is just the length instead of height. It's Danny's turn for the Pokemon's power.
I gave this Pokemon the attribute of supersonic speed because, I don't know, I want us to go real fast, you know?
Well, thank God that this Pokemon's highest stat is speed. Funnily enough, it's slightly slower than the previous Pokemon, but its speed is still way above average, so this makes total sense. Perhaps it quickly slithers through sand. But I still can't say that until we have the body type. But Arlie answered first with the Pokemon's ability.
I chose the ability Cute Charm because I just love baby cute little Pokemon, and I love when a Pokemon's ability will cause problems. I think that's very fun.
A cute bug it is. I'm praying that I don't get the body shape of like a ferocious beast, like a crocodile or something. Although Sandile's pretty cute. Speaking of which, hopefully Alex gives us a color that matches the sandy environment of this Pokemon.
The colors that I gave him were purple, orange, green, and black. I was very curious what Ron is going to do with these colors because they're quite colorful.
Honestly, those work for a bug normal type. Very natural colors, and since he gave general and vague colors, I can turn orange into something a bit more brown. I mean, brown is literally just dark orange after all. Look it up. But now it's finally time for the body shape that Ariel gave us.
So for this next Pokemon, I decided to take some inspiration from my background. I got this Pikachu in Japan, and it's just so weirdly shaped. I can only describe it as a bean. So I went with a bean shape. But just to add a little extra spiciness, I also went with a long tail.
Aw, thank God, this is easy. We kinda got the food shape I originally wanted, and a little larva in a bean reminds me of a Mexican jumping bean. They're these seed pods that contain a moth larva that moves around when heated, making the bean appear to be jumping. So let's literally do that. A long larva inside a seed pod helmet that jumps around. Maybe its long tail looks like a spring, and that's how it will get away quickly, by jumping far in an instant. Let's make the thing. I'm literally just drawing the Mexican jumping bean pod with the long spring tail of a bug coming out of the bottom. The challenge will be to make this thing look worthy of the title of Pixie Mythical. It can't look too much like a normal Pokemon that you can find early in the game. Originally, I wanted all of its legs to be sticking out of the bean pod, but it looks like it was tortured, especially with that anxious face. In fact, that scared look makes it look weak, which it certainly isn't. So eventually I went with the second half of the personality Dobbs gave us, which is that this Pokemon gets mad when you dance around it. So perhaps this is how we're looking at him, mid-anger, but still gotta make sure it looks cute. Then, to signify that it isn't a simple Pokemon, more cracks and spots. But not too much, after all, it's a normal type. The colors are literally what I was given, although keep in mind, no Pokemon has true black on its body. It's always more of a dark gray, and sometimes with a hue. In this case, a brown-hued black as the shell of the seed pod. Let's see everybody else's reactions to the attributes before I reveal the Pokemon.
Alright, attributes time. Alright, Dobbs picked the Pokemon's personality to be skittish. Will get angry if you dance around it.
Yo, no dance parties around this Pokemon. They will not like it.
Probably a pseudo-legendary given the 600 base stat total.
Oh, now I'm thinking like Mew, because it has the tail but kind of bean shaped, maybe?
Oh, but its special attack is crazy. 120?
And his speed stat being his highest stat definitely goes with the skittish personality, so...
Cool. Environment we've got is Desert Oasis, brackets, Mirage. Ooh, okay.
Mirage. Oh, that's gonna be cool.
You know, like in media and stuff where you're in the desert and you're really thirsty and you see an oasis, but it's not really there. It's like fake. It's an imagination, illusion, mirage.
I just love that visual. That sounds hilarious. Yo, you see that Pokemon over there? Yo, let's have a dance off with it.
That could work as a psychic type, and you're seeing the mirage of a desert oasis. Maybe this Pokemon's at the center of it. Having said that, I know how this series works, and I feel like whatever I read in the next couple of attributes is going to completely derail that line of thought.
Bug and normal type. Yes, we need a bug and normal type. I cannot believe that still hasn't happened in an official game, but...
If they could give it like the special attack equivalent of Mega Horn, that'd be pretty cool, honestly.
It's pretty tall, 5'2". It's like a little shorter than me.
Isn't that just how tall Philly Beats You is? Don't tell him I said that.
I mean, I would be looking down at it, so that's not awful.
Everything else seems to work out so far, but it's always the height, I feel, that kind of throws things off.
Its power is supersonic speed.
Danny, yes! Because we've given it 140 base speed. Mate, that's perfect.
Party Arlie picked the ability as Cute Charm.
So if you're trying to hit it with physical attacks and your Pokemon gets attracted to it, like that can be very annoying. I would not want to fight that.
Maybe it attracts people to the oasis.
The colors are purple, orange, green, and black.
Oh, do an American, Liam. That's the LA Lakers colors. Basketball.
Bean-shaped with a long tail.
Bean-shaped? Like the food, the bean?
Bro, is bean shaped?
Like that? Got him.
Yes! This is going to be amazing.
Maybe it fits with the typing. I'm sure there's some bean-shaped bugs out there.
Yeah, we built like a baked bean with a tail.
What if the bug itself is like a 2-inch bean and then its tail is just 5 feet?
Which is like the root of the bean coming out, if you've ever grown beans.
I got nothing here.
Oh, man. If they did a Mexican jumping bean, I would lose my mind.
Here is Frijoles, the jumping bean Pokemon, from free and frijoles, the Spanish word for beans. The mythical Frijoles only appears to weary travelers who mistake it for dancing food. When noticed, Frijoles launches away at the speed of sound using its spring tail. It takes pride in its bouncy dance and gets insulted when trainers imitate its dance.
Oh my gosh, look at him! Oh, I love him!
Boom! Oh! It's this little bean. Yo, that is so cute.
Oh, Ooh. It's not as cute as I thought it was going to be. I'm not going to lie.
Oh, little baby. Oh, this is so cute.
Oh, shoot. It looks like a bean. It's a bean, bro.
Bro.
Oh, hello.
Oh, that looks really cool. Frijoles.
Oh my god. Just reading the name, I'm already... Frijoles?
Frijoles, like beans, like frijoles, beans, like, oh my god. Frijoles.
Oh, good. It's called frijoles. I read that as frijol ass. I was like, damn, that ain't adorable.
The flavor is off the charts with frijoles. I love this.
Oh my gosh, wait, it is! It's based on a Mexican jumping bean! Wait, this is the best. Okay, based on those attributes, I was like, as soon as I saw that it was bean shaped.
I didn't think about like a jumping bean. I love that so much.
Yo, what? A Mexican jumping bean?
I actually learned about that like not too long ago. The fact that there is a little bug inside the bean and that's what makes it jump. This is perfect, of course.
Oh, it looks like a spring. It looks like it probably can like bounce or something.
So it is 5'2", but it's like compact.
With its like tail elongated, it's 5'2", because clearly, unless Ron, you're like 7 foot, which I'm pretty sure you're not, unless you've grown. Last time I've checked, the size comparison is a little bit off.
The shine is great. Like, I love the desert sandy kind of vibe.
That shiny is in the desert. You would miss that thing. So you would have to be hearing the sparkle in the sand.
It's like trying to look menacing, but it's not really because his face is just very cute. So he's not as intimidating as he might seem. But his stats are kind of crazy. So
Bug normal type looking like that with those stats are kind of crazy.
It is giving mythical. It is definitely giving mythical. I would not see this like on Route 2 or something, you know?
All right, well, Volcarona, eat your heart out. We got a new fast special attacking bug, and we are going to give it Quiver Dance.
I want to buy this. Make a plush of this Pokemon and I'll buy it, okay?
the mythical frijoles only appears to weary travelers mistaking it for dancing food.
Mate, I'm always looking for dancing food, mate.
When noticed, Frijoles launches away at the speed of sound using its spring tail.
Kind of like a roaming Pokemon. That's really annoying.
It takes pride in its bouncy dance and gets insulted when trainers imitate its dance. Yeah, Dobbs.
Hey, you dancing at me over there?
Would love to see what that dance looks like.
I would love to see like an animation of the bouncy dancy dance.
The seed pod it wears on its head offers sufficient protection.
I feel like with a lot of Pokemon mythicals lately, I've not been the biggest fan. I would love to see something like this. I love this a lot.
When I was a little kid, I definitely had Mexican jumping beans, and I thought it was the coolest thing. If you've never seen one, look it up. It's fascinating.
Mexican jumping bean. Oh, okay. This was a mistake. That's actually very gross. Okay, never mind. Sorry about that. I shouldn't have done that.
Thank you so much for having me for this. This is so cool.
Thank you again for inviting me, Ron. Appreciate it, bro.
Bye, Ron. Bye, Ron.
Guys, 5 episodes in a row, we did it. 10 fantastic Fakemon. I hope you guys enjoyed this enough to want a part 6. Leave a like and subscribe if you do. Check out my other Fakemon creation videos, and check the description for the links to these lovely YouTubers, and consider becoming a patron or clicking the join button to get cool rewards like seeing my videos days early and a huge discount on the t-shirts I made for you guys. Follow me on Twitter, where I post sneak peeks and final art of these Pokemon too. Bye!